Hi guys, welcome back to Forex Swing Technical Analysis. Today is Tuesday and let's continue. Okay, as you guys know, let's start with the USD index chart. Here we have the market mostly hanging out below the yellow moving average line, right? That means the overall trend is down and USD index has downtrend, which means USD is getting weak overall and we're gonna look for opportunities to sell USD. So here we have the little bit up spike, but it is considered the fake out because the breakthrough of this up spike in terms of price is not enough to be considered trend reversal. We need at least the 50% of the leg has to be on the other side of the yellow moving average line to fulfill trend reversal. So here about the 40% of the price leg is above the yellow moving average line. That's why it is considered a fake out and overall trend is considered down and market should soon return into original trend and continue to go down. Okay, let's write it down. Today is September 30th. USD index has trend down. Currently market is doing the fake out, which is totally normal, and overall our decision is to sell USD. Okay, now let's analyze each individual pair. USD Japan Yen. So here we have market is behaving up and down like a really close to the yellow moving average line, which is an indication of a sideways action, and there is not enough proof that USD is getting weak against the Japan yen. So at this point, USD Japan yen is doing the sideways action and there is no clear trend. So let's write it down. USD Japan yen, market is doing sideways action, and when there is no trend, there will be no trade. USD Canada dollar loonie. So here we have up, retracement up, and the majority of the candles are hanging out above the yellow moving average line, right? So that means the overall trend is up and USD is getting stronger against the Canadian dollar, which obviously conflicts with our USD index chart, and that's why we're not gonna trade loonie. So let's write it down. USD Canadian dollar trend is up. Unfortunately, USD is getting stronger against the Canadian dollar, but USD index chart says that USD is getting weak overall. Since we have the conflicting stories, we will not force any trade. Okay, USD Schweizer franc. So that is overall, you see the market trend is down and majority of the market is hanging out below the yellow moving average line, which means overall trend is down and USD is getting weak against Schweizer franc. So we have down retracement, market is currently faking out and it should soon return into original trend like this. So currently market is retracing at the 50% of the last down leg. That is a really good zone to trade, and if you guys are looking for an opportunity to trade, I would highly recommend selling USD Schweizer franc right now. So if that is the case, I will set my stop loss above the local maximum here, and I will set my take profit at the Fibonacci extension 1.618 down here. Your risk and reward ratio should be around 1 2 3. So let's write it down. So, and also one thing to notice is that overall, you see overall market movement is just overall going down, and which aligns with our trend defined by yellow moving average line, and it's just everything aligns perfectly. So I would be highly confident selling USD Schweizer franc right now because the overall bigger trend is still down, and when we consider the short-term trend defined by yellow moving average line, it is still considered the down, and currently market has retraced into a really good zone, and it's just a perfect time to sell USD Schweizer franc right now. Okay, let's write it down. USD Schweizer franc market trend is down, currently doing fake out, and currently market has retraced about 50% of the last down leg in 4-hour time frame, and which is a really nice zone. So I would sell right now at 50% retracement. Okay, so let's continue. Next pair is USD Euro USD. So again, the majority of the market is hanging out above the yellow moving average line, which means the trend is up. So currently we have up leg retracement, and market is currently faking out a little bit below the yellow moving average line, which is totally fine. Market should soon retrace into original uptrend. So currently market is at the 50% of the last up leg, and which is a perfect opportunity to buy Euro USD right now. And once again, note that just overall looking the market, market is just overall going up, which aligns more to the longer term trend, and everything is just aligned to buy Euro USD, meaning that we are selling USD against the Euro. So right now it's a perfect opportunity to buy Euro USD right now. Okay, let's write it down. Euro USD trend is up, market is currently doing fake out, and I bought risking 0.6% of my account, which is a perfect execution of my trading system. So let's write it down. I like Euro USD because it seems to be more stable compared to other trading pairs. And remember that USD index is 70% defined by Euro USD. So as always, Euro USD is my number one choice if it's in a good zone to trade. Okay, let's continue. Next pair is Aussie, and so we have up leg retracement, now market is doing the fake out, and it should soon return into original trend. So market is currently at the 50% of the last up leg, and 50% retracement is a really good zone to trade. So I would highly recommend buying Aussie right now. So at this point, USD Schweizer franc, Euro USD, Aussie, they all equally represent the good opportunities to sell USD. So at this point, it's really up to you. For me, Euro USD is my favorite because it seems to be more stable. So okay, let's write it down. Aussie trend is up, market is doing fake out right now. Leg size is nice, and currently market is at 50% retracement. So if Aussie is your favorite pair to trade, just buy Aussie right now. Okay, last pair, New Zealand dollar USD. So here the majority of the market is hanging out below the yellow moving average line. That means the overall trend is down, retracement down, retracement down, retracement down. Market seems to be retracement right now, and it should soon return into original downtrend. In other words, USD is getting stronger against the New Zealand dollar, right? But unfortunately, USD index says that USD is getting weak overall. So since we have the conflicting stories, we will not trade New Zealand dollar USD. So let's write it down. New Zealand dollar USD trend is down, and since we have the conflicting stories, we will not trade New Zealand dollar USD. So one thing to notice is that when market dominantly behaved above the yellow moving average line next week, so I assumed that our trend is up, which is of course perfect reading according to my trading system, but I failed to notice that, you see, overall market is going down, just to see overall market in a bigger picture, right? So compared to, of course, at this point a week ago, according to my trading system, New Zealand dollar USD considered trend reversal, which is perfect execution of my trading system, but I failed to see overall picture. Overall picture was there's a possibility of overall trend is still down. So what I'm trying to say is that compared to Euro USD, Shifter franc, New Zealand dollar USD was not the best choice. So that's what I failed to notice last week, and when the market retraced about the 50% zone here a few days ago, that's where I bought New Zealand dollar USD. So at this point, nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with my trading system and execution. It's just compared to Euro USD and USD Shifter franc, New Zealand dollar USD was not the best option. That's what I failed to notice. So because of that, I set my stop loss below the local minimum here, and I hit my stop loss on New Zealand dollar USD under my buy order. But it's not really, it's still a good perfect execution of my trading system as of last week. But one thing I learned from this experience is that even though you have multiple great opportunities, always pick the best one, meaning that whatever aligns more into bigger picture and more into overall trend. So that's the really important lesson I learned, and overall I'm happy with this loss because I learned a lot. You see, guys, you know what I mean? You see, let's go back in time in a week ago. You see, of course, we had nice up leg. Majority of the candles are hanging out above the yellow moving average line. Overall trend is at this point trend reversal, and trend is considered up. But in the one more bigger picture, you see our market could be going down like this, right? Compared to Euro USD, if you look at the Euro USD, let's imagine going back to 1 week ago in Euro USD, of course trend is up. Majority of the candles are hanging on yellow moving average line. But if you look at the one bigger time frame, overall in the bigger time frame, even more general overall market is still going up. So Euro USD is more aligned to short-term trend and longer-term trend. So that's why Euro USD was the best opportunity to trade. That's what I failed to notice, and traded New Zealand dollar USD, and I hit my stop loss. So that's fine, guys. It was a really good experience, and I will not repeat that mistake. That was a great lesson, and I couldn't be happier. So anyway, so that's what I brought. That's what I wrote here. New Zealand dollar USD. Right now I'm not gonna trade because it was a conflicting stories, and I hit my stop loss, losing 0.6% of my account. So the lesson I learned was that I didn't notice New Zealand dollar USD was demonstrating the shortest trend. I should always pick the pair that aligns more into short-term trend, and even if it aligns with the longer term trend, it's even better. Alright guys, thank you guys watching. See you next time.